Let's hope it's working. Jeez.
Delicious, delicious.
I love having an
testing.
icon. Oh, I don't think I can watch it because it's my account. Do you think you can log in?
Yeah, sure.
We have 3 followers. What is that? Amanda?
Me.
You. Who's the third?
I don't know. New uncharted territory. It might be me again, maybe?
Maybe? Anything? I love waiting for Twitch to know we're online.
That's great.
It's a big laugh. Apparently Nilesy's live. What a
Ugh.
dick. Oh, that was a bit much. Please don't sue me, Liam. Because I know you're watching. You're a big fan of the show.
It's doing the thing where it's like something's happening, but it's only like 35 seconds long. Also, apparently it's still called landslide, slippery white, whatever.
I'll change it.
So,
need to get to the...
just need to give it a minute to...
Right, what's a fun title for CK?
I don't know.
What's good clickbait? What if it's Game of Thrones, but I spell game like game?
Ooh.
Like, the go live notification is still a dying Squirtle. Which I think really sums it up. Okay. What did you guys...
Speaking of the devil!
Finally. Okay.
Thank you, Twitch. Finally,
Okay.
you've done something useful.
I love it. What are we titling this bad boy? I'm gonna put Decadent in the title.
Oh, it's doing an ad, right?
I can't think too much about our clickbait titles or else, like, they're not good. Like, I have to just go with my gut. That's what I've always done. We need to change the category to Crusader Kings II. Are you alright there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna share a link to the commune. Just straight in.
Watch us play.
Should this go in Vigigaze, do you think?
Yes.
I'm probably gonna make a separate YouTube for like these stream recordings. Once it's time to upload. Because I know you're watching. Big fan of the show. That's not bad.
Yeah,
But is the volume too low? Of the game, I mean. That's a big lag. Are you as up to date as it'll let you?
Yes.
I have pulled up desktop audio when you hear me say this, so let's see if that's any better.
Okay.
I hope the stream is enjoying this part, where we test it.
The best parts of our streams are we just listen to past versions of ourselves.
I'm on the edge of my fucking seat.
Three viewers.
3? Amanda, is that you?
No, apparently it's just me.
That's, yeah, it'll
Yeah.
do. Shut this shit off. Okay,
Goodbye,
after
ourselves.
our fucking laborious testing that we always do to ensure good quality, we're ready to start.
Because we're dedicated to the people.
What's up, muscles? Decided that's what our fans are called.
That makes me like the main streamer. I'm the alpha here, if you will.
You are the alpha.
Thanks.
I'm just your little, like, tech servant. I'm the pretty face, you're the brains of the operation. Okay, whatever. Hi, everyone. All of you. Barack, I know you're a big fan. It's good to see you again. We're playing that game, innit? Crusader Kings.
That game.
I got this like a week or two ago, and it's taken over my life. And Carrie's actually never played it.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is Carrie's gonna play it, and I am going to give her terrible advice because I don't really know how to play, and we're just gonna like try and not suck. Okay. To start, you click single player.
That one.
I hate you. Do it. Yeah.
I clicked it.
Also, it'll load. Don't worry.
Okay.
Or I don't think you have clicked it. The mouse can be a bit of a bitch.
I know this.
Fuck this. Just click new game. I was just playing with Zoroastrians.
Goodbye. Whatever. 16
Satrap
August.
Van Dad. It's not very. We've got our second monitor hasn't got very good resolution, so I kind of can't read this, but it's fine. Okay. When do you want to start? Because the game runs to the same time regardless. So if you pick an earlier start date, you've got a longer window.
Yes.
But if you pick a later start date, the game will be shorter. We will probably fuck up before the end no matter what, so it doesn't really matter. I guess my recommendation is High Middle Ages, because that's like the default one.
I was thinking that.
I've tried Viking Age, it's a little difficult.
Oh.
I would go for High Middle Ages if I were you, but ultimately you have the mouse. You have the power to veto my thoughts. You could just
Exits the game.
kill me. This was your idea.
I know.
So just die. Okay. We're going for High Middle Ages. It'll load up some rulers you could play as. I would recommend going for custom game setup and heading over to Ireland, because it's the best place for losers, I guess. But you could ignore me.
Oh, I could be William the Conqueror.
His enemies stood no chance. They called him the first English king, although he comes from France. 1066, the Doomsday Book he gave to history. So fat on death his body bursts. But enough about him. Okay.
Can I start in the ocean?
If you use the scrolly button, you can zoom in.
Cool. Oh, heck, now.
Are we in, like, streamer mode or something? Are we not?
No.
This is troubling.
Oof.
Okay, before this gets a little too heavy, I'm just gonna... oh, fuck.
Oh no!
We've got AirPods in! Okay, just let it happen. I'm just closing my Discord. The keyboard's a bit far away. Gotta task manage this shit. I don't know what the stream is seeing, but just, don't publicize my credit card details.
Me typing them into Discord right now.
That's the wholesome commune, if you could see that notification. My dear streaming buddy. Oh. Ooh. My dear streaming buddy. Oh, fuck. Where'd it go? Oh, it's up there! Oh, I'm dumb. Don't look at the man behind the curtain.
Why the 4 Discords?
Because Discord is a bad app.
Don't say that.
Have you ever looked at your computer while Discord is running?
Well, yes. But we mustn't spurn him, or else we will be left with nothing but Skype again.
That is true. I wouldn't want that world. Okay, I think we fixed things. So you can return to your conquest of everywhere.
Oh, the ghost.
Please, for the love of God, I know nothing about, playing in North Africa. Okay.
It's France.
My recommendation is to start as the petty king of Mumu. I don't know if that's how it's actually pronounced, but that's how it's written for sure. You see that bit in Ireland that's got 3 things together. It's to the left of Lakes and Osrig. That big old bitch. If you click
Can I click and drag?
Try it. No.
Lame.
It's okay. You'll get used to it.
There?
No, the one below it. That's the click that, right? And this is the guy I would recommend you start with because he's the easiest bitch on the map that I am aware of.
Okay.
And I have played as him a lot of times and I know what's going on. Ish. Not really. I'm quite bad at it. The other day I declared holy war on England for Cornwall. Well,
Yes,
England.
I saw,
they
that
were
was,
out on a
that was
crusade
fun.
to Jerusalem, and I was like, I fucking want Cornwall, and they're not home, and I almost got it, and then they won the crusade and came back, and I was just like sat there besieging Cornwall, and they were like, what the fuck? Okay, so I would play as King Murka of Mumu. I don't know how. I'm just gonna Google him to know how his name is said. But that is who I would play as, if I was you.
Okay.
But you can ignore me if you hate me.
I will trust your advice for now.
Okay. I would just start the game rules. There's not... Oh, I've got generate families off. You might want to turn that on. That's just, you know, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Don't worry. All that is just... I mean, you could look through it. But
I will not. Too much reading.
yeah. I can kind of tell what the words say on the screen even if they're not clear because I just know what will be written there. So I will help where I can.
I mean, I can read them. It's just it will take time because they are kind of bad words
Yeah.
to look at.
Okay. So when the game starts, it will be paused. Do not press play. We have lots to do before we can press play.
Delicious.
It's that kind of game. And again, you can ignore me at any step of the way. That's in your power.
I will not. Once we, like, die really early on, then I'll just be like, fuck it.
Fuck the tutorial. You don't need it. It's me.
Okay.
I'm better than this.
What do I
It's like you play as a dynasty. Just click next and then close. Yeah, okay. So let's zoom in a little. Like, let's look at our... This is your domain, okay?
It's us.
Yes. This country within the red and white candy borders. I know there are a lot of them, but you know, the big one.
Okay.
So the capital is that province that has a really long name starting with T. You can see your crest above it. Can you see your crest in your portrait in the corner?
Yes.
And then you can see your crest above that province,
Yeah.
which means that's where your capital is.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is look up at these things at the top. These notifications tell us the things that we want to do. It's like, you don't always have to pay attention to these, but they're good for telling you what's wrong. Let's do a little orientation of the HUD,
Okay.
if you will. Up there is you. If you click on yourself, you can see information, and actually it's probably a good idea to look. Let's see what kind of... Okay, so King Murka starts with a son. I think his name's Brian. So he's your heir, and
Yeah.
that's not bad.
Okay.
We like Brian, or we might not. You can see what titles you hold. That's the little shield icons there.
These ones.
Yeah. You've got the Petty Kingdom of Mumu, which is like being an earl, but not.
Okay.
And then the next one is you've got the county of that place. The county of T, if you will. Oh, nice. There's you. You are a 39-year-old man.
And ugly.
Yes. They're all ugly.
I know.
You'll have to get used to it. I'm sorry. You can mouse over your traits in the that thing. You're a tough soldier, which means you're, you know, quite good at fighting. Lustful, which increases your fertility, so it's actually one of the best sins to have. It also makes the church like you a bit less, but it's fine.
Fuck the church.
Proud is actually pretty good as well. Like, some of the sins are quite lit. What's the next thing? What's that patient you've got? Patient, I think, yeah, it makes your vassals like you more. I think? Does it? Okay, it just increases your diplomacy, which basically does the same thing. And your content, which makes your lieges like you more. Wait,
Nice.
no. Yes. It does, but that doesn't really
They
matter.
make loyal vassals but are unsuited to intrigue.
Well, you're the king, so you're not a vassal? Well, you're not the king. King... It's complicated. There's a lot to take in, it's going to be very overwhelming, but just take in the parts you want to. Yes, these are your vassals. They're the people who are, like, in charge of their own little bits, but you're in charge of them.
Okay.
Like, you're like the UK government, and they're like West Lothian Council.
Okay.
Yeah. So you want them to like you, but don't worry about it too much, for now. Relations will show you things that aren't your family, so like
Okay.
friends and stuff. Family shows you your family. As you can see, you've got 2 living half-brothers and a dead sister.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Derforbigale, or whatever the fuck her name is. I think it's Derbforgale? I don't know, it's probably pronounced different. You've got a son called Brian. Let's check out Brian. Click on him, right?
I
What's
love Brian.
Brian's traits? He's got kind of bad stats, but that's okay. Just a small place.
He's kind.
I don't care.
I know.
I think that's gluttony is the next one, then cynical and patient. Yeah. Gluttony's not great. It does basically nothing good except make other gluttonous people like you. But there's lots of traits that do that and aren't shit. Yeah. Okay. Apart from that, what else is there? There's a little hammer icon. That's where you can change the laws of the realm. There are time limits, like if you do it, you can't do it again for another 10 years. So actually I think right now might be a good idea to go into realm. I will explain these laws. Centralization means that you can directly hold more provinces. Like you don't have to have the West Lothian Council, it's just yours.
Okay.
If you make centralization low instead of minimum, you can have more non-West Lothian Council. Please, if you're listening to this, do stalk us in our home county in real life.
I mean, West Lothian's fairly big. It'd take them, maybe like a week to find us.
That's true. It'd be very nice. I would love to get creepy stalker gifts. I wouldn't, actually, that was a bad mistake.
I'd love to get creepy stalker gifts.
As long as it's not like teeth. I don't have any use for teeth. I'm not Kesha. Obscure lyric joke? Okay. You don't have to do this right now. I can show you some other laws.
Low, that means
it will get bigger because you're currently on minimum.
Okay.
But right now, you can't just take away from your vassals, they'd be pissed, so you will just be allowed to hold more. It won't automatically happen. You can actually see your domain limit up in the top. It's the middle icon in the top right. That's the domain size. You've got one direct thing in your domain, and your maximum is 2. So even if you wanted to, you couldn't get rid of the West Lothian Council and just have it to yourself, or you'd be over your max. And you can be over your max, but it's bad and you don't want to be.
Okay.
So if you bump up centralization to low, you won't be able to change another law for quite a while, but you will be able to hold more West Lothians to yourself.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm sorry this is very overwhelming, but once we've done orientation, we can just kind of chill a little. There's 3 different types of law. Obligations is like how much money and troops that all your vassals have to give you.
All of them.
I wish. They'll be pissed if you make them give you too much, but you can do it. But I wouldn't prioritize that yet, we've got enough. Inheritance is another one. Right now you are on I think it's pronounced like Agnatic Cognatic, I should look that up. Or Agnatic Cognatic, Gablekind. Which means when you die, your titles are divided up between your sons. You don't really want that, because then you're playing as your oldest son, and your brothers have the land that you want to have back, and it's a bit awkward. So I think once we can't yet, we should change it to primogeniture, which means your oldest son gets all the shit, and you fucking hate the rest of them.
Okay.
Also, Agnatic Cognatic. Agnatic means that men inherit, and Agnatic Cognatic means women inherit once there are no more suitable men.
Okay.
Absolute Cognatic would be complete gender equality. I have never managed to get there. You have to be like a woke nation. I'm so sorry, there's just so much stuff.
It's okay.
Okay, don't worry about it too much. I know it's a lot. You won't have to deal with most of this shit all the time, so it's fine. The next tab is technology. That just, lets you do more cool shit, like build things. Don't worry about that. That doesn't matter. Well, it does, but not yet. It's fine. The next tab is military. That's where you tell your army to get up if you need to go and...
How do I do a pacifism round? So I don't have to know how to do this.
The army... I wouldn't do that, because the military route is actually pretty much, a lot of the time, quite easy with things. But you can gain land without that. It just takes a lot of careful planning and assassinations.
Me.
Like if, the Holy Roman Emperor has, 5 sons, he's not going to want to, matrilineal marriages where the children will be of the woman's dynasty, so that's the one that matter. You want to, do that with your daughters if you can. You don't want to give them away.
Okay.
But if you matrilineally marry, for example, your daughter who's going to inherit your kingdom to, the 5th son of the Holy Roman Empire, and then you kill off the first 4 sons, suddenly your daughter's heir is going to be also the heir to the Holy Roman Empire. Or something.
Yes.
So you can do that, but it's hard, because you have to kill off a bunch of people.
4 whole sons.
That was just an example, but Also, we're a lame Catholic, so we can't have concubines and have loads of heirs.
Lame.
Yeah. How dare he? Okay. You can also hire mercenaries, but they're mercenaries.
Yeah.
They're very expensive, and if you run out of money and you've still hired them and you don't realize, they might try and kill you.
I don't like being killed.
Yeah, it's
so.
a bit dangerous unless you have a lot of cash. All you really need to know. Army. You can't declare war on someone while you already have your army up. You have to, like, declare war on them and then pause and, or have it paused and, like, go to the screen and get your army up. I don't know why, but that's just how it is.
Okay.
But there's other ways to work it out, don't worry. The next tab is intrigue, which is, like, your spying stuff.
I've played along with the queen.
Yes, it's exactly the same. You can make important decisions, and you can choose a plot, and your plots are things like revoke this county from the West Lothian Council that I don't like, or kill someone. I think that it would be good to start with something here, but again, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's just see what there is first. What's this next tab? It's factions. This is just like the political parties within your kingdom who are going to be bitches.
So the Tories and the Liberals.
Yeah, those exact ones. Then the next tab is religion. This just tells you about the religion you follow. Your moral authority is high, but yeah, you answer to Alexander II. He's the Pope. He's a bit of a shit cunt. But I guess I'm just salty because he never wants to let me divorce my wives.
It's okay.
It's bad. You can convert to other religions, either secretly or publicly. And it's really fun. Because then you're like, oh, it's spicy, it's not Catholic anymore. But then everyone hates you and declares holy war on you. I was a Cathar leader, and that's why I declared holy war for Cornwall. I really wanted it.
And you almost got it.
I almost got Cornwall. Fucking England. England's not home.
Because you're not taking a day trip in Jerusalem, England.
You just conquered it. Go see the sights. And that last tab on the top thing is societies. I don't really know what the point of these are. I've ended up in one a couple of times, but I don't really know what it did. So, whatever. Down there is the map views. Don't worry, it just shows you different, like, ways of viewing the map. Like,
Okay.
you're currently on terrain, which is shit. I would switch to the second option in the maps, which is realms. It's a nicer way of seeing who owns what.
Yes.
You own those 3 bits, and then some dick in Lakes or whatever, in Osrig or whatever, owns those bits. Like, there's a UK government in Lakes, and there's a West Lothian Council in Osrig that answers to them, etc. So there's all these little kingdoms and stuff. We picked King Merca, or whatever his name is, We picked him because he has 3. And that gives us a pretty nice head start. Yes.
Okay.
You are doing well.
We own these.
We own those 3 bits.
All the other bits are just other dudes.
Yes.
Okay.
But as you can see, they're very small little bits.
Yes.
We're the big boy. We're a very smart big boy.
We're the alpha.
Let's look at your council. These are the people who will be doing jobs that will make your life easier. Not all of their stats are great, but there's a way to remedy this. I am wary of overwhelming you with mechanics, but actually I think this is worth it. I'm very sorry.
It's okay.
You see in the bottom right, there's a little button with like 2 people on it. The bottom right there. Under the map.
That is right, okay. That one.
Find characters, yes. Okay, so now we have this thing. If you click on search all, that will set the search to everyone in the realm who exists. And if we set the conditions, I actually have a condition preloaded. If you click load filters and slot 0, it should take up. Okay, so now you've filtered the search to men who will agree to join your court. And we can pick them for their good stats and get better council members if you order them by each stat. For example, if you order them by the little scroll, which is diplomacy,
Ooh.
we now have all the best diplomats who would be willing to join our court. Are any of them better than your current? Go check your council and see what your chancellor has. He's got 13. If you care enough to invite a 14, you could do that. But it's not a big difference, so you don't have to, but you know, you could.
Okay.
But I think if there is a better steward and spy master available, it would be nice to do that because, you know, it's a bit low, isn't it? Oh, also, I would invite a few decent combat people so that we have commanders for our armies. Well, there's a 17 in Spymaster. I would get that guy.
Okay.
Okay, so if you right click on his face,
Beautiful face.
and then there should be invite to court. And we will do that. We will invite him to court. Oh, what's happening? Oh, it's just commune answering one of those questions I asked. Did it do it?
Yes.
Cool. So we can do a couple more if you want. Check if there's any good stewards, maybe? Nothing really. And you've got a pretty good chaplain already, so I wouldn't bother if you don't want to. I would check on the combat, the 2 crossed swords, see who's good at fighting. And I know that none of them are like loads better than your marshal, but I'd grab a couple, because your marshal isn't the only person you want to have good combat. Because you have to have people leading your armies too. I know this is a lot. My brain broke. I learned all of this slowly over the course of 20 hours of failure. Okay. So if you want to stop finding characters, you can pick more if you want, or you can just, whatever. You can just close the window when you're done.
Maybe it just lives here now. Goodbye.
Okay. So the first thing I think would be good to do. Okay, no, actually, no. Okay, I should explain claims. You can't declare war on someone unless you have a good reason.
Okay.
In the eyes of the church. Good reasons are shit like, I have a claim on that county, it's mine because of something. You can, or holy war, which is they have a different religion, so I want Cornwall.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's claims come in a couple types. There's like claims you inherit from your parents because they had like a title or a claim or whatever. And there's claims that were made up by your chancellor when you send him to do that. Just fucking sneaks around like a little bitch. And there's de jure claims. I'm so sorry. De jure means by law. So it's like, in the old times, officially, the thing, the one that we don't have down here at the bottom, for example. That one. Desmond, I think it might be anglicized to eventually, I'm not sure. But that one is de jure, traditionally, would be part of the petty kingdom of Mumu, which is ours.
Yes.
So we start with a claim on that place. We can declare war on them and say, hey, bitch, it belongs to me. And they'll say no, and then we hit them. And then they stop.
Nice.
Okay. So for now, setting up the council to do their jobs. Each of them has 3 different jobs you can ask them to do. And they'll just kind of do them until you stop them.
Okay.
You can get the Chancellor to fabricate claims, which is the middle button. That's the most useful thing in the early game, at least. And you click on a county for him to fabricate claims. We already have a claim on that thing, so we don't need him to fabricate one there. But you might want to go for somewhere else, like Lakes, or Kildara, or Osric, or something like that. And just put him in there, and he'll, like, figure out how you're totally entitled to it, guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Ooh, yeah, now you're on the mode where if you click a county, he'll go and fabricate a claim.
Okay.
Delicious. Don't you just love it? The Marshal can do a bunch of stuff. I think if you tell him to train troops, I don't know if that's useful when your army's already full, but may as well. Usually, I would send people to do jobs in the capital a lot. So I put the Marshal training troops in the capital and the Steward collecting taxes in the capital usually. Because your capital gets bonuses for being your capital, and if you stack them, it can get pretty nice.
Okay.
The Spymaster and the Court Chaplain are a little different. The Spymaster can work on plots and stuff, but when you don't have any plots, really, in the beginning of the game, often what I'd do is send him to steal some technology from Rome, and then also put the Court Chaplain in Rome to improve relations with the Pope so he'll like us. And they're just there.
Having a nice
give a shit about
time in Rome.
I give really good vacations. As long as you, like, feed me some info, you can just chill in Italy.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. The papacy's a nice place. I mean, you don't have to do it now, but before we unpause the game, assign some goddamn missions. They've all got nice, important jobs. Proselytize is not useful to us yet, because we haven't conquered any infidels and heathens.
Me.
There's England and stuff.
Right, yeah.
You can actually...
Me trying to figure out what landmass that is,
I know this is very much. I swear it gets easier over time. It's cool, isn't it? When you zoom in and out and it, like, does the thing.
Yeah.
You've broke the game. We have to quit now. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's just I don't know where things are, like, geographically.
It's okay. If there's anywhere you need to find, I can maybe help. Especially if it's useful. There's Rome.
I love Rome.
So if you want to take that advice, that would be where to put improve relations court chaplain.
Let's put him there.
Yep, he did it. And then I would also steal tech from Rome. But you know, you can steal tech from anywhere that has better tech than you, technically. Okay. So your steward can do a few things, like research economy tech and stuff. You need tech points to upgrade your tech. It's, you know, gamer mechanics, am I right? But the steward collecting taxes is good because then you get more taxes, and then you have more money. But you can put them in your capital, and then get some more taxes in there.
I love taxes.
And then you can get your marshal rallying up them troops would be usually, or research military tech would be the other one that's useful at this stage. Basically just not suppress revolts. There's nothing really to revolt against right now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not answering the phone. I don't like talking to people. Okay, your council is all assigned to do things. You will be able to change their jobs after they've been there a while. Like, you can't just immediately recall them.
Lame.
It's annoying when you misclick and your chancellor's for doing claims in the wrong country, and it's like, you can't do anything for another, like, 6 months, and you're like... Okay, so that's your council out of the way, that's good news. Let's look at those little notifications in the top. What are they telling us? Ooh, a new important decision.
I love those.
Click that notification to see where it takes you. So, the thing it's telling you can do is recruit a court physician, which is a good idea.
Yeah.
Because if people start being ill and sick, you want to have one.
I do.
So I would say, you know, it would be good to do that. You could click the little, do you see the little scroll at the side?
Yes.
You click that to do it. It's like, you've done the thing, and you just go, yep, okay, and then when we unpause the game, which we're not doing yet, things will happen. So what's next up there? Unmarried heir. Well, we want Brian to have a good wife. Okay, time to talk about selecting a good spouse.
Yeah.
So you see the little ring icon? We click that to start looking for an arranged marriage for Brian. There are lots of different things we can look for in a good wife. We definitely want someone who's in childbearing age, so no one over like 46, which feels a bit shallow, doesn't it? But we're not here to run a nice country, we're here to run a united Ireland! So different things you can look for are good stats, because the ruler's wife's stats or husband's stats are added on in some ways to like the realm stats, which can help you.
Okay.
The ones with crowns beside their faces have a claim on something that you can press and maybe gain some land in the future as well, if like they pass it on to their offspring, because some claims pass on to offspring. So people like Adelaide, Princess of Hungary, she probably has a claim to Hungary, and we could press that later. But it's thinking a bit big, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or you can do it by your stats, as I said, or you can look for genetic traits, and I think that's my favorite thing to do in the early game. Genetic traits can be helpful because they can pass on to your kids and make your kids incredible. So if you look for things like the good genetic traits are like attractive, strong, genius, and quick, and they just make your kid better, and then you have a really cool heir.
Nice.
There's also left-handed, which is a bit of a mixed bag because they get a really big boost in personal combat, but they get like the church likes them less because lefty oppression and stuff.
Yes.
So, is there any of those options that scream out to you as like an idea to look for? Genetic traits, stats, claims? Anything particular?
I don't know.
Okay. So, I mean, you could also just be nice, and I mean, it won't do anything, and just go like, well, Brian is like this, we could find him a wife that would like him. If you love your son or something lame like that. I think I usually end up marrying Brian to one of the princesses that are around his age, because they're like, they have claims, and oh, also if you marry him to someone who has a title, you can then like Skype their dad, like, can you form an alliance with me? And they'll be like, okay. And there is of course also like prestige gains to consider. Like if you marry a princess, it's more prestigious, and if you marry like a concubine, it's probably a less good idea. Kill or be killed, am I right? So whatever you're feeling, you know, in your heart. I know it's very much things. It's a very
It's
overwhelmingly
not
mixed bag sometimes.
that bad.
Click rank again?
Ooh, okay.
You're getting courtiers either end. I think we fucked it somehow. Because princesses should be higher, I'm sure. You can also use the search bar to search for traits, names,
Yes.
anything.
Hey, Varona.
That's a place.
Yeah.
But that's a child. I mean, you can betroth to a child, but you have to wait till she's 16.
Yes.
Because no nonce is allowed, even in the history, because
Good.
it's bad.
I
There's
don't
so
know.
many beautiful women. Oh, alphabetical order.
I love the alphabet.
This is beautiful. Why is the Z one at the top?
I don't know.
Maybe it's alphabetizing by... Oh, it's by their house.
Oh.
Like their dynasty.
Okay.
What bloodlines they belong to. If this was a girl we were getting married off, I would encourage matrilineal marriage, because then, you know, they come to us instead of us giving away the girl. But this is a boy.
Yes.
Which woman will we kidnap from everything she's ever known?
I don't know.
Which one do you want to marry and date?
I don't know.
Look at all these kids. Jeez.
45.
Thin fucking ice. A young wife is good. I hate saying these things. They sound so horrible.
It's okay. We'll forgive you.
We all know I'm just doing it for the good of Ireland. There's so many women.
Yeah.
I like to imagine King Murkid just staring at this list of women that he could make his son marry and just being like, who's good enough for my boy? Also, you'll want a wife yourself to make backups in case Brian dies.
Yes.
So, you know, you get to pick two of these lovely ladies. Usually I like to, pick a slightly older wife for Murkid. You know, like in her 20s instead of like an actual teenager. I don't like feeling creepy. But you know, there's no actual reason to do that. So, really, you could just be creepy. It's just a whole fucking lot, isn't it?
I don't know. What are good things you need in a wife?
Either genetic traits, claims, or good stats. Or, again, you could play like a fucking nice person, but there's no reason to do that.
Ooh. Ooh.
I think Basque is one of the cultures that lets you have gender equality eventually. So if you made... But the... I don't know. Gender equality can be nice because it's really annoying if you have like a really good daughter, but then you have like a shit younger son, and he has to be the heir, and you're like, but he's going to ruin Ireland. My beautiful daughter, Deborgale, wouldn't do that. Usually, I think I've married Uraka to King Murkid a few times, because she's 26, so it doesn't feel so bad. And I'd marry Brian to like either someone with good genetic traits or the Hungarian princess Adelaide or whatever. But that's by no means a definitive answer. I don't even know if it's a good one. I don't really interact that much with other humans. Ooh, who are we marrying? Princess Mayor of Navarra.
Arrange.
Yeah, that's what you're on. You're fine. And then you can just send it. Also, you can mouse over the yes to see if what the reasons are. So the King of Navarro, or whatever, likes us.
Nice.
And also thinks it would be, you know, a beneficial move for his prestige.
Yes.
So, was that
Please.
Brian? Now let's go to our man, ourself. Who's your wife going to be? Who's your beautiful wife?
Okay.
You'd have to just betroth yourself to Zofia because she's 4. I try and age match where I can a little bit, you know. Sigrid's a legitimized bastard.
Me?
Trusting. What an idiot. Cruel. Oh! What a... And temperate.
I'm marrying Sigrid.
Do you
I've
want to?
decided,
You right click
yes.
on her. Oh, well you...
Okay.
If you open the marriage menu again and right click on Sigrid's beautiful face. Is she older or like by much than your son's wife? Or is she younger? Because if she's younger, that's gonna be really funny. Okay, so you've attended to the unmarried things. You've sent out some
Yes.
proposals. The next one is to choose an ambition. So that's the little thought bubble on King Mirka's like thing. Yeah, we're on the page where you can deal with it. So you see the little thought bubble above like all those numbers.
Yes.
If you click that, you can choose an ambition. Get married would be a good ambition, seeing as you're going to fulfill that immediately.
Okay.
Hopefully.
I'd
Become
love
King
to
of
become
Ireland,
King of
I would
Ireland.
save for later, because you can pick an ambition then finish it.
Yeah.
If you do the easy ones first, you get more benefits. So I would advise get married as a goal until you get married in a few
Yes.
days. So that's nice. The next thing is a character focus. It's the button right beside it. You can pick a thing for Mirka to be good at. You can't change it for 5 years.
Ooh.
If you, they all have different benefits. If you're worried about, for example, getting more heirs, you can pick seduction, and then you get a fertility bonus. And there's also a fertility bonus if you set your aspiration to wanting a son or daughter. So if you stack them, the babies are just like everywhere.
Pouring out.
Also, seduction unlocks the seduce option in diplomacy, which is really fun. There is hunting. You can read, you know.
Yeah. I can read.
War's good. Carousing's good for like making people like you, but we don't really need that yet. It's more of like a, oh god, my realm is in tatters and everyone hates me, I'm gonna start throwing lit parties. My favorite ones are seduction, war, scholarship, and business. They all have pretty good things. And they all give you a little bonus, and some of that bonus usually stays even after you've changed it again in 5 years. Especially if you did a lot with it. Like if you, for example, I've done seduction before, and like you'll always get a little bit of a, oh, he's a bit sexy after that. But if you really go for it, you get another trait that's like you're the court tomcat, or whatever, and it's even more. And they're fun, they give you little events, and you can sometimes get bonuses from them. They're just all good
Okay.
focuses.
I'm gonna do seduction.
Ooh,
That's
sexy.
fun.
You just gained 10 sex appeal.
Nice.
What a sexy man. Alright, we're almost done. We're dealing with these. So the first two are the special title actions possible. Setting crown focus is a little confusing. I'm not really sure how it works, but just do it, you know? I think it gives a bonus of some kind.
Where do I?
You see that? There, click that.
Oh, okay,
And then
so
it's
I
like,
click
set.
it now.
It's already selected by automatically, so you can just click do it.
Do it.
And what's that last one? Oh, special minor titles grantable. You should click that. What do we need? A designated region, a court physician, and probably a couple commanders. Well, you've actually invited a few people to your court, and you've got a marriage on the way.
Yes.
So actually, let's just wait a minute, and we can maybe decide that once you've got those things. I think you might be finally ready to unpause.
Finally.
I know, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's me.
Okay, so you can unpause up in the corner, or I can press the space bar.
I can't see the button. Is it that?
No. Do you see where it says 15th of September, 1066?
Ah.
If you click that bitch, it'll unpause. Ooh! And it's very slow on the default speed. You can speed it up to very, very, very fast. Like there's a setting that's basically just as fucking fast as your computer can handle. And you're welcome to use those, but it will come with a risk. Oh, here's a decision. So, Mayor and Brian are getting married. If you want, you can go and make your people pay you money, or you can go, no, I won't. And if you mouse over each option, it'll show you what the consequences would be. So you don't actually stand to lose anything here, you just get a nice thing. You get to pick which nice thing you want.
Prestige.
Delicious. May you live in harmony and contentment. I accept your suggestion that Brian and Prince Mayor. Yep, cool.
Nice.
The game auto-paused when those windows came up.
Thank you, game.
Sometimes it doesn't do that. I think it's because I'm a weird freak. That I've got issues. Okay, they found someone who could be your court physician. She says she'll do it if you give her a vial of your blood. And you can mouse over to see the consequences again of if you mouse over the decisions that you could make, which is a small vial of my blood. Nothing wrong with that! You would lose piety, you might get an infection, and you'd get a court physician. Or, on second thoughts, maybe not. Either is whatever you want to go with. If you don't pick her, you can't search for a new court physician for another 3 years, but you can just assign someone in your court, even if they're not a doctor. Someone with good learning is your best shot at a court physician. And you've got that chaplain, you could make him court physician too. Or you could go with this woman and maybe get an infection.
I want this woman.
Okay, cool. I don't think you got the infection. Thank
Nice.
God. Oh, who's this dick? He's joined us.
It'll be one of the dudes maybe, or is like, yo, come work with me, or whatever.
Delicious. There might be another one. Was it like 2 dudes you invited or something?
Yes.
Okay. Oh! Yep, we're marrying Princess
Yes.
Sigrid!
Yeah, Sigrid.
I love her. How delicious.
Wait, no.
Oh, now you can pick a new ambition.
Oh, cool.
A suggestion. You could close the window to do this.
Oh, it's paused.
Yeah.
Okay.
It auto-pauses on Windows.
I didn't realize that. Ah! Okay, thank you. Okay. I wanna...
Have a little look at Sigrid.
Yeah.
Svendatter. What a beautiful woman. You can click on anyone in the game to view their page, by the way. She's 20.
And Sigrid is like 24?
God. When your stepmother's 6 years older than you. Oh, medieval times fucked up. Okay, so you can pick a new ambition.
Yes.
If you're concerned with fertility, which I guess you might be due to your seduction, you could pick the ambition to have a daughter, and then you get a fertility boost until you have a daughter, because you don't have one right now. That's why you can't pick son, because you already have one.
I wish I had a son, Brian.
We stand Brian. Okay, this is delicious. So you could play again. Oh, there's another thing we could do actually. So you remember when I was like, their West Lothian Council and all that?
Yes.
Well, it's a bit better if you can just cut out the middleman, isn't it? So, but we can't just go, you're not the county leader, you're not the count anymore. That would be a bit weird. They wouldn't like that. They'd be very mad. Everyone would be like, that's a bitch who's on that throne.
Me.
So instead, you want to be very secret. You could go to the intrigue window.
I love intrigue.
And then we click to choose a plot. Ooh, and we could revoke. I usually revoke the one starting with you first. I don't know if there's a reason I do that or not. But if we do a plot to revoke something, we can remove West Lothian Council. Those libraries weren't good enough. We'll build our own libraries.
How do I set the dudes as my, like...
As your... That's in council minor titles, probably, if it's what I think you want.
Like, we...
What do you want?
So we got those dudes to come help me out.
If you want to set a different dude, you click a point.
Okay.
And you can pick... And the game will order by the best stats automatically that you have in your court.
Okay.
So, your spy master, there we are, better spy master. And now you can just set him to do the same thing again, because, you know.
Yes. What was he doing?
He was studying technology in Rome. But again, you know, the world's your oyster.
Fucking you. Okay, we were close. Trust. Okay. Chilling around.
Delicious. Okay, back to Mumu. I think you might have got a better marshal, I can't remember.
Maybe?
Yeah, you have. He's only one better, but you may as well. On his beautiful face and send him back to train troops in the capital again. Don't want to lose out on that office time. Delicious. And you could also appoint a court physician and just make it your court chaplain, because that's... Oh wait, no, you already have a court physician.
Yes.
Designated regent, you want to pick someone who won't be annoying to deal with if you end up playing as a kid. And having to have a regent. So, the mother of your children can be a good idea, so if you picked your wife, is a good move.
How do you find her?
If you click on the crown to sort by rank, she'll probably be quite high ranking. And
Sigrid!
yeah, that would do if you click right click. Oh no, okay, yeah. Left click. What do you know? Those things are just basically things you grant someone to like make them like you more. Right now, my suggestion is to fire your current commanders and replace them with better people, or scroll down actually. Oh goodness, okay. I would, if you right click on one of the guys who has 9 martial skill, like his face, and just click relieve commander, he won't be mad because commanders don't really matter. You just remove him, and if you click the new commander slot that just opened up, and you pick the people at the top with better martial skills, your army just got better.
Nice.
And you could do that potentially for all of it if you wanted to. Basically, the world's your oyster. Fuck off, Brian. And yeah, it's orders you put the worst ones at the top.
Well.
13 is definitely better than 9.
Yes.
So if you click his face, that's what I usually do. Cool. If you personally lead combat troops yourself, which I would advise if you have good martial, but I guess not if you don't. I don't remember what your stats are like. That gives like a morale boost. Battles are won and lost on morale in this game.
Okay.
So that's okay. Don't worry. The war system seems really complicated, and I didn't get it at first, but it's just because I was blind to the truth. Okay. I don't know why I'm looking at your phone. It's your phone.
My clan and the destiny saying things. I'm like, do I care about those words? And I'm like, maybe.
You don't need anyone except Brian?
It's true.
Okay, so you've done that. Is there anything else you want to be doing?
No?
You could unpause the game then.
Ooh.
I would recommend setting up a plot to like revoke the West Lothian councils.
Yep, there we go.
So if you click to choose a plot and you click to revoke like either, but I usually go with that one. Now you need more people on your side to be able to do shit about it. So you can add people, or you can tick the ticky box, and that will auto-invite people who would say yes. And you can click the plus button to add them manually, just to show. This says that no one would be up for it. That's probably because they don't like you very much.
Sad.
Yeah, but you can make them like you. One of the most direct ways is to send them gifts. Which you just need to get their player up and right click on their face and all that shit. Which you can do in many different ways. You could even do it from here. It might not get them happy enough right away, but you can try. I usually just like to see how much gold it would take to make them like me more and how much it would work. See, 36 gold for 26 opinion isn't great, because the maximum opinion's 100.
Oh, there's a boat there.
It's the English fleet. Don't know what they're doing.
Okay.
But it doesn't concern us. You could try revoking the other county and seeing if anyone would be more on board with that. They might hate the other guy more. Lochaline. And then click the plus again. No, they all like each other. What bitches. It's okay, we'll get there. But yeah, we'll get there. That'd be fine for now. We just need to breathe through it all. What a beautiful world we live in.
It's lovely.
I love our kingdom. I would suggest experimenting with speeding and putting the thing up. A wee bit of speed can make it a lot more fun. Oh, that's your dude. He says that he's made the Pope like you more.
Nice.
Bishop Carthalin? There's other things you can do, like you can build things in your cities, but you don't want, I mean, if you do want to, you can, but you don't have to for at least a while. I mean, you never have to, but it becomes worth it. Yay!
Yeah!
We fuck to survive.
Hell yeah, we do. It's auto-saving.
Don't you just love Ireland?
It's great.
So now that we've basically got all like the very early game setup done, we can go a little crazy. Oh, the Pope put our spy master in prison.
Yo, give him back.
Unfortunately. That's how it is. I mean, you could pay an extortionate
Dishonorable
ransom.
scum!
I would just pick another spy master.
Oh.
He's gone.
Savage?
I mean, if you don't want to put him in danger, you could get your spy master to go into the county of someone you're plotting against and sow dissent amongst their followers. Your best option is Merca, courtier in Moon. He's your brother, I think, because he's the little... Oh no, he's your nephew. The little blood drop means that you're related. You could send him to, what is it?
Ooh.
The church wants to organize a miracle play in our domain. I think you probably want the bishop to like you, and you have the money.
You did.
He's a nice man. Okay, what does scheme do?
Build Sky Jesus. Jesus!
Oh no. Oh, he's attracted to a woman.
Do we care about piety?
Depends. I mean, you don't want to have really low piety, because then the Pope won't be your bitch. And sometimes you need to use piety to do things, but... Dunno.
Let's do that one.
Ooh.
Why no?
Barasol's child right there.
Chill out.
If you look at the spy master, like
You can scheme.
what are the effects? Plot and cover. They don't look so good. Look at the build spy network. I think that might be the better one. Wait, is it? Plot power increase 6. That's probably what we want. Yeah.
Okay.
Who are we plotting against right now? Is it Lochalane or?
I don't remember. Luckily.
Okay, let's go and shove him into the Lochalane pot.
Delicious.
All right. You know, play again. See what's happening. Ireland is beautiful. It's so green. This is so much more comfortable than our usual setup.
Yeah.
Oh! Are you going to be a good husband?
Yes. I stand my wife.
Damn right.
We're woke in
Moo-moo.
1066.
Yep.
Nice.
Willie Conqueror will be doing his shit.
Delightful.
Isn't this lovely? So exciting.
I'm having a nice wee time.
A thrill.
Mm.
I'm a reckless fool who would just speed the fuck up out of everything, like really fast.
Oh, his face changed.
He took off his armor.
Oh, because we fired him.
Yeah! Sorry. If you right click on any woman, you can seduce her.
Ah!
Oh!
Cool!
You have a daughter! Her name is
Good
Nath!
death.
Or you can rename her and I will type it in on the keyboard if you want.
We'll leave it for now.
Ganathanad. It's a good name, isn't it?
Yay!
So now you can't get the fertility boost from wanting a kid anymore because you've done it. So you should pick another ambition. Yep. You can pick get money, be the King of Ireland, which again I would wait a while because you can't reverse that one once you've picked it.
Okay.
And it's quite hard. See the realm prosper or amass wealth are your smart options. See the realm prosper actually isn't very good right now because it's like don't go to war for 5 years, which can be a bit hard. So I would recommend you just want to get a bunch of cash.
I love cash.
I love cash, and I don't like doubles. You can't seduce people you're allowed to be fucking. It's very sad. You can't seduce children either.
That is good.
Brian's got a sister.
Yes, I have a daughter. She was just born. How is she?
She's fine.
Cool.
Well, it doesn't matter yet because she's only 0. But once she's 6, you'll want to assign someone to be her guardian and teach her their ways.
Okay.
You could do that now, but you know, it won't like matter until she's 6. But you can set up who you want. You need to think about what you want her to be. So if you want her to be like good at fighting, you want to like send her to people who are good at fighting.
Okay.
Dunla, I think. Dunla, maybe? Because you can get Orla, and it's spelled like that.
Okay.
Your steward, Flaith Bertach.
Excellent news!
You just got cash money. Delicious.
Those dollar bills.
Might be a good idea to start working on making people like you.
How do?
Well, let's look at your vassals in the... Wait, if you go to your place, and then you click the vassals tab. Who do you think we could convince to rally up against Lochaline? None of them really like you, but you only need to convince like one of them. How about you start right-clicking on folk and seeing if they wouldn't take too much money to like make them like you a really lot. If you send him a gift, for example. Ah, he's a expensive bitch, isn't he? Don't want that shit. In general, I wouldn't go for it unless like you're gonna gain more opinion than the gold you'd spend.
Yes.
Try the bishop. Bishops are sometimes a little easy. Sometimes. Not great. Yeah, these are greedy little bitches. It'll usually be better if you have a good steward, which you don't. So you're just bad at money.
Sad.
You could see what Lochaline would take to make him like you more and then just switch like a snake. They're all a bit greedy. I mean, you could, if you want, pay them off with that big old sum.
Nah.
You're too cool.
Yeah.
What else is there to do? Yeah, I would just unpause it for now. I mean,
yeah.
It's good to have the game going.
That is helpful.
Sometimes I have it paused and I'm like, why isn't it doing anything? And I'm like, wait. Oh, there's a plague over there. This reminds me, it's good to have hospitals.
Yes, it is.
If you want to build things, which, again, it's a very early game, you don't have to do anything yet. But the way you would do it is by clicking on the province and then there's a menu there.
Excellent!
More Brians.
Brian too.
How is Sigrid? Does she like you?
I don't know.
Oh, she does?
Nice. Ta.
Because you're the region and you're sexy, basically. She doesn't look very happy, but it's just a mask, I'm sure. What a lovely man you are.
Thank you.
You've got a beautiful family. Those are all the people that you're connected to because of diplomacy and marriage and stuff.
Many. Okay.
Someone you don't give a shit about had a baby. What do
Lame.
you? It's your dad.
Rip. Pasas madre.
Never. I would never give you a drink.
Bullying.
I love how terrified you seem to be of like the notifications where it's like make a choice, or just like your wife is pregnant.
Because they just happen. I'm like, whoa, things aren't allowed to just happen.
That's deep. Oh fuck, the plague has spread to your realm. You can see because it's ugly now.
Yes, please move.
Oh, you're starting to think Adelaida might fancy
Who
you.
the fuck is Adelaida?
If you click on her, it'll tell you. She's your courtier. She might have come because you invited her husband and she came along. If you click her, you'll see who she's married to. That guy. He's your marshal.
Ooh.
He's that French douche who's really good at fighting. You could fuck his wife. Either is fine, honestly.
Why do I lose a thing if I'm like, no, I don't want to fuck this other man's wife?
I don't know, for being a frigid bitch, I guess. Whatever.
For not
Feels
being
right.
the alpha male.
Incel. Wait, Volcel. Volcel if you don't. Volcel if you didn't. Ooh, I didn't mean to peer pressure you. I'm so sorry for
It's
ruining
okay.
your marriage.
YOLO. Oh.
The phrase "gave her a good tumble" haunts my nightmares.
I'm gonna say that now in real life. When I bust into comedy and be like, yo, I've done the sex now, that's how I'm gonna say it.
I
Open pencil
gave-
commission.
Gave her a good
Where did our
tumble.
chancellor go?
I think he died.
Oh.
Oh, is that your kid? It is your kid.
Yes.
She's beautiful.
I love her.
Murin?
Yeah.
Murin? Murin?
Nice down
New Chancellor. The best one you can get is Concobar. The commander. Oh, he's already the commander.
Fuck.
Wait. No, commanders can. It's fine. Just go for it. Click his dumb face.
Nice.
Send him off to fabricate claims somewhere. It'll tell you once you've got a claim.
Okay.
Or it'll say, like, we could get a claim, but it'll cost you money. Want to do it? And usually, yeah.
Okay.
It's worth it, because you could get a whole new West Lothian.
I love West Lothian.
There's the fucking Count of Lothian is available in Scotland, by the way. He's like a dude that exists. I kind of want to play him. It would be too iconic. Do you like staring at your beautiful council?
It's great. They all look like bitches a little bit.
They all are bitches, a little bit. Who's that?
The old Destiny clan.
Ugh, disgusting. Oh, your beloved nephew Murky is concerned that he is still not married. Do you want to find him a wife?
Oh.
He would not be happy if you do not want to give him a wife.
Yeah, sure, I'll give you
Okay,
a
so
wife.
now go
dear
find him.
Nephew.
Right. You need to find which brother has him. We're looking for Murky and he's like kind of ginger. Malachi. It's that guy.
That's that.
Right.
What do you wife?
Just find him a good wife. Princess of the Empire of Rus. She's 44, he will not get many kids. You could, it doesn't matter.
YOLO!
Hello, Yelizaveta. Yelizaveta? Probably Yelizaveta. Yeah, they'll probably be pretty happy with that. They didn't
Nice.
expect to marry her off. She's 44. Alright, you can unpause the camera.
Ah, fuck.
It's better with the spacebar. But we just have to suffer, I guess.
What are these losers saying?
They're saying, Carrie, we hate you. Oh!
Oh.
The dude says you can indeed marry your nephew to his whatever she is.
Your old daughter. Nice.
There is nothing wrong with marrying a 44-year-old woman in real life. To clarify, women have value at any age. But we want babies. Just, you know, for all the kids watching who needed a lesson on gender equality, because I'm sure there are many. Prince George, if you're watching, respect women.
No.
Oh. Secret's woke. What level of good husband are you at?
The best.
Aw, that's cute. Also, if it's like you might gain this trait, you can mouse over to see what the trait is.
Oh, cool.
Oh, this dude is like, I've got a claim.
Ooh.
I would use it. It says it'll cost. Oh, it doesn't say it'll cost? Oh yeah, 25. That's not much.
It lose 100 prestige.
I mean,
That many?
I mean, at this stage, I guess, but I would do it. I wouldn't pass up a claim. That's kind of how you get land.
Yeah. Use it!
We'll fight him later. Oh, righteous imprisonment.
Ooh. Ah!
I would pause after this window. just to give us a bit of time to think. Right. You've got a righteous imprisonment notification, which means someone's done something you can put them in jail for. Oh, excellent! What's he done? He's the leader of a plot. No one will object if we put him in prison. And if we put him in prison, if it's bad enough, we might be able to revoke his title with no penalty.
Ooh.
Chuck him in jail.
How do in prison?
Yeah, and then send. Wait, though, right? I would still advise you do this, but it says we have a 66, I think, % chance of capturing him.
Yes.
If we don't capture him, there is a chance he might start a rebellion, and then we'll have to fight it off. It will be okay, but that could happen. Just be prepared and don't be... No fear.
Okay.
If you are fear, you might want to turn the speed down of the game, just so the days are going by a little slower, so you'll have time to think.
Okay. Let's go.
You got him! Lucky.
Oh.
It's just sometimes it'll be like,
Delicious.
whoops. Alright, if you right click on the Earl, we might be able to take away his title. But we'll see. Click it, yeah? And then we'll look at the... Yeah, okay, it wasn't bad enough for us to take away his title. So, you can either leave him there to rot, which is not very fun. You could release him like a nice person. You can put him house arrest. I would ransom him so you can have some cash. Just, you know, you flexed on him by putting him in jail. And now you can take his money. And you can be like, you can ransom him to himself, which is really fun. You're just like...
Pay me and I'll let you out. And he's like, bitch.
Yeah, and then you have money.
Okay.
And it's nice. I would check what the price would be at least. You could get 70 gold, that's not bad. He'll do it.
Yeah, sure.
Let's check the entry window again. Anyone would join Lochelaine yet? No. So you only need one friend in the plot and then it would be able to go forward, so this is annoying.
Please be our friend.
You could make people like you by giving them honorary titles and gifts and stuff, but again, it's all about weighing up how much you want to revoke this. Check out your military for now. Let's look at the military. So as you can see, from your own personal non-West Lothian Council land, you can get like 800-ish troops. And then your vassals would only send you 165 because they all fucking hate you.
Okay.
Like there's laws saying how much they'll give you, and also they'll give you more based on the opinion they have of you. Yeah. You'd probably have enough to do a lot of stuff, I don't know. Click on the Desmond county that's not yours. That's below your kingdom. Who rules it? Let's check out the ginger asshole who rules it. How many troops has he got? 902. Quite a few, but not more than us, but we probably want to be a little more sure we can win.
Yes.
If we're gonna take his home. Oh, what's that notification you've got? Didn't we do that?
Oh, we've amassed wealth.
Wow.
Nice.
Neither of these are particularly useful for you right now, my onion.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, the things that we could do. I think it would be smart to work on revoking your West Lothian councils in the plots. Because if you revoke them, then you can have all the troops in that area. Without having to go through all this bullshit where they don't want to give you their fucking troops. Why will he say no? Mouse over the no. Cause he likes the Earl Dermot. And he doesn't like us as much, basically.
Okay.
What a bastard.
I award him honorary title.
That would improve his view on you a little bit, at least. Are we just gonna be bribing this bishop?
Yeah. We make him a cupbearer. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hi, Mr. Bishop. You are going to test all my drinks for poison now.
You're a kind person. That's a good one for bishops, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would also send him a gift, even if he is a bitch who wants a bunch of money. If we're gonna work on this, you know? It's not too much. It'll be fine. Have a nice day, Mr. Whatever. If you play. Delicious.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
May your years be short and miserable. I accept paying your ransom for the safety of himself.
Okie dokie.
It's a fun time. Okay. Okay. If we check the entry window again, and we try and add people, and we try and add the priest again, how many pluses and minuses does it say on the no? It says no, but it says... Okay, so if we had like a couple more pluses, it would be fine. So if he liked us more, or if he disliked the Earl of Lochelaine. Okay, we just need to find a way to make the priest like us more, I guess. We can't send him another gift for a while, or I don't think, because there's like a time limit or something.
In prison.
I mean, if you can take the penalty, you could just revoke it straight up, and your other vassals will be pissed, but if all your other vassals like you, it doesn't matter as much, because they'll only be a little mad. So that's another thing you could do, is like, make the vassals that you want to keep like you a lot, and then just take away from the ones you hate, and it'll be fine. But if you're gonna want to go to war, which you will want to do to get more land... Oh, thank you, Flaithbertach. Flabbertach?
What's the percentage?
That's plot power. That's how much plot power they'd add. Which is like how much chance there is of things happening. Okay. You've already got really good plot power, it's just that the plot to revoke someone's land requires at least one supporter.
Oh,
A new granddaughter. Her name is Arok.
I stand Arok. Thank you.
Fascinating. Diplomacy. Ooh. This game is hell, I hate it.
Why don't you love me, Mr. Bishop?
He's a bitch.
Could I get him a wife?
I don't think you can get a bishop a wife.
Yeah. Lame.
What else is there? What can you do to make people like you? If you have a focus in carousing, you can invite them to your parties. But you can also hold a feast, but it has to be November or later, and it's January. It's so close. If you go to your intrigue again, you can set up so it'll notify you when certain decisions become available. Like if you who gives a shit? It's your marshal.
Yeah, but also the woman we fucked.
Oh! Oh, it's your one.
Yeah.
It's your goblin, probably.
Oh well.
Anyway, if you click the little dot beside the hold a feast decision, which is down a little.
Oh, I see it.
You can mark it as important and it'll notify you when you're able to make it.
Okay.
And that's one way you can kind of make people like you more. It works sometimes. Apart from that, I just keep checking back on the bishop so we can send another gift and stuff like that. Delicious. If that is your daughter.
Okay, it's not.
No, it won't say unless it's public knowledge.
Okay.
Like, that could be your daughter and he just doesn't know, so it's not going to say.
Okay.
But usually it would say a message like, he thinks the baby's his.
But it did not
do
say
that.
So maybe it is just their daughter, I
Maybe.
guess.
Never seen that happen though. Where it goes, oh, she's pregnant and it's not yours? Whatever. In any case.
Oh well.
Even if it was your daughter, it would only list her as your daughter if, like, it says, like, the dad knows, and then you get to pick what to do. You can deny it outright. You can say, okay, fine, I fucked your wife. Or you can go, yup, and I'm going to legitimize this child so that they can inherit. I do that every time. Need to have lots of heirs. Or else you fucked.
Murder Brian and all my other children and just have this illegitimate child be my only heir.
Yeah, you can set up some fucked up succession laws. You can set up ultimogeniture, which means that your youngest child inherits, which I think is really funny. Like, imagine, like, because you could never be the heir apparent, you'd always be the heir presumptive if you were the youngest child, because your dad could just fuck again.
Yeah.
Isn't this beautiful? Maybe we can try and convince some other people to join the plot to revoke Loch Elaine. Oh! What's this shit? Oh, you found a book?
Ooh.
If you're content with your life, it'll, someone in your court thinks you should be more ambitious. But you don't get another choice, so you just have to click that. And there's another thing after that. Raymond has arrested an armed man with ragged armor and a spotty horse. The man claims to be a hedge knight, but clearly does not believe that statement. Offer the hedge knight. What's it say?
I don't know.
Order the hedge knight released, or this is clearly a bandit. You can make Raymond mad or happy, I guess.
And we don't give a shit about him.
You fucked his wife. When shit hits the fan and he finds out, are you gonna want him to already hate you? Now who's that? Yelizaveta, so that's like your nephew's wife. She says you should be more ambitious.
Thanks, Yelizaveta.
I like the pronunciation effort we're making. It's probably completely wrong. But, you know, it's nice to try,
My
isn't it?
steward.
Oh, he was wounded by angry peasants while collecting taxes.
LMAO.
He deserved it.
That's what he gets for collecting taxes.
I mean, honestly, how dare he? Okay. Okay. We are 43.
Ugh, old.
Almost in the death years. I really want to get, like, Loch Elaine revoked. It's just that usually folk are more willing to join. Oh, here's a fun one. Someone's like, I would be a better spy master than your current spy master. You can be like, and they pretty much, yeah, they're always better. So you can either be like, fuck off, or you can be like, yeah, sure, or you can be like, let's wait a bit. I usually do the let's wait a bit, because then, you know, I think it makes your current chancellor less mad, and then you can still get rid of them in like a couple days when it gives you the notification again. But whatever you feel in your heart to be correct. Isn't this delicious?
It is delicious.
Usually by now I would have been able to revoke both the counties and probably fight Desmond, question mark? So this is irritating, really. Can you send anything else to the bishop yet?
New important decisions.
Oh, hold a feast. Click the yes on the feast. Oh fuck, what did you do?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, you accidentally promoted someone else. That doesn't really
I'm
matter.
going for shops, kids. Any? Oh my god, I'm not on any stream, am I?
No.
God for that. Do you want any special requests?
No.
What do you want for dinner?
Ooh.
Do you want pizza?
I'm fine with pizza.
If you want, that's fine, yes.
That doesn't say. Would you prefer pasta?
Ah. I don't know, pasta's like always fun, but I don't. How do you feel about this?
Pasta.
Pasta!
Okay,
Pasta.
fine.
Thank you, Mother!
Thank you.
I'm 19. Don't laugh, it's true. You heathen. Okay, so don't worry, you just promoted a dude, that's fine. You can either tell him to fuck off or welcome him in.
Excellent.
Okay, so now you've got a great feast going on in your capital. Let the preparations begin and all your vassals will be there. And if we're lucky, some of them will like you from it. Wandering Minstrel.
Oh.
He did one long sad tone from his lute and then was like, pay me. You want to have entertainment at your feast, but you'll probably have another option for entertainment, but I don't know. Whatever you want.
Get out of here, bitch. Oop.
Oh, who are you going to send out to get the boar meat? Raymond has a 1% chance of dying. That's not too bad. Brian has a 1% chance of dying. You could hunt the boar yourself and you have a 1% chance of dying. Or you could be a bastard.
I'm no bastard.
The most likely thing that will happen is nothing, you know?
Yeah.
90% chance, either small gain or nothing. And only 1% chance of irreversibly terrible consequence. Play the odds, my friend. Did you send your marshal?
Yes.
Good, because you're fucking his wife. Oh, you can fucking
That's what I thought.
You gonna buy a lot of food, or are you gonna buy only a little bit of food, or like whatever? A medium amount. Invite the bitches. See what they say. Will they come? I hope they come. Sometimes they send a letter like I hate you somehow.
Okay. Do I have to send the invites? Or
No,
are they
it happened.
sent? Okay.
Oh, the guests are here. And there's just a chance of a nice event. Otherwise you'll just get some prestige, which is also nice.
I love prestige.
Oh,
Oh.
there's a child in need of a guardian. It's Donald McMalachy, who's your nephew or something. If you right click on his face, the kid, and you can assign him a guardian. You just send him off to some adult, because he's not really important, you can just kind of send him to whoever you want. Conkabar,
Does it matter?
it doesn't really.
Okay.
I mean, it will for your kids, and
Ah.
like, for your kids' kids and all that.
But other kids.
Yeah, you don't give a shit about them. They can just die. That might be a bad attitude, but it's how I play. Unless the kid has cool skills I want to, like, hone and use later. Right-click the bishop so you can send him another gift, and it will count towards the opinion. No, it won't.
Ugh.
Ugh, why is life so difficult?
Babies?
Who the fuck
Shut
just had a
the fuck
baby? Some douches.
Who gives a shit?
No one likes your baby. Why is this so hard? Oh! That guy who you were like, we'll think about making you Spymaster. You gonna do it?
Yes.
You'll have to reset the Spymaster task. A point is pick one. Don't do that. Oh, he is a significantly better Spymaster.
What the fuck was he doing?
I don't know.
Oh, he was here
Yeah,
doing stuff.
trying to do something.
Yeah. Weak claim can be pressed.
For someone who doesn't matter. It's not for you, so who cares?
Okay.
Well, sometimes you can care. I mean, you can always care. Actually, do you think, if you click on your face, your beautiful, beautiful face, you should be able to change your focus soon from seduction to the one that lets you make people like you more? Yeah, you can change it in September, and it's July right now, so.
Yeah.
And then we can pick carousing, and then we can just host carousing all the time, which is just like a
Get
party.
lit.
Yeah, you get lit with the lads. And you can invite like everyone you know. You can invite like your wife, your vassals, whoever lives in your realm. Oh no.
Alas!
Oh, you're not feeling very well. Oh, Tamir is fairly sure you have a flu.
Very well.
And
I am glad I hired Tamir.
it worked!